Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So I apologize for not posting my Fear the Walking Dead review last night. I just didn't have time to watch the episode. You know, it was Halloween the day before, and then I had some people coming over last night. We played some Crash, had a few drinks, played some card games and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. Thankfully, I was able to get my World Beyond review done, though. I am happy about that, because I watched it earlier, but just because, I had no time yesterday to watch that episode. But I finally watched it, and I have good news. I actually really like this episode. So before we go any further, I do have to warn you for spoilers, obviously, for last night's episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 4, titled The Key. And if you are new here, make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this. This is going to be a very exciting month because we're going to get a lot more information. I'm expecting a lot of stuff later on in the month, but we could get stuff at any point now. And in terms of The Walking Dead 6 new episodes, they've been filming now for like 3 weeks. They are definitely finished episode 17, for sure. They are now working on episode 18, so we'll see what they're doing. I think if you're following filming stuff, or if you know what the actors and stuff are doing, you might know of what's going on. I don't follow that stuff too much, but sometimes people will let me know on things. I haven't heard anything as of now, but if there's certain actors that aren't filming that are over here and stuff like that, you know they won't be a part of that episode. And I'm pretty sure for these 6 new episodes, they are just going to film straight from episode 17 all the way to, I guess, 22, right? They're not going to do anything weird like they did for season 10, where they filmed everything out of order. They did that in season 10 because Denai Guerrero was leaving, and she had this certain schedule and she was committed to some other stuff. So they had to try fit her in and get as much as they can out of Michonne, right? And so they filmed all of Michonne's stuff pretty early on, that's kind of weird to think about when you think about the mid-season finale and certain episodes that she was in. That stuff was filmed, and even Michonne's final episode, all of that was filmed way before, like Negan's episode with, I think his name was Brandon. Yeah, it was Brandon, because in the comic it's Brandon Rose, but on the show it's just Brandon. Yeah, it's just a weird thing to think about. Anyways, I don't think there's going to be any weird film schedule for these 6 new episodes, and so I think they're on episode 18 right now, and I guess in the next 3 weeks they'll be done and on episode 19. Because they continue filming until the end of this month, right up until Thanksgiving. That's when they finish. As soon as it's Thanksgiving, they will go on a break until January, and then I don't know when they start in January. I don't think it's going to be the first week, but it could be maybe like a week into January or 2 weeks into January. They're going to start filming the rest of those 6 episodes, go until probably, February or March, I'm guessing late March, and then they'll wrap up. They'll probably have a month off or something, and then they start the final season in May. They're going to start filming The Walking Dead final season, and then that will air in October. So because we are in this last month here of filming for this year, they're going to have a lot of footage. We could get teasers, and I do expect to get a teaser for sure around the point where the mid-season finale for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 ends, or like the finale for season 1 of World Beyond, right? It'll be somewhere around there. So if you want any content like that, just make sure to be a subscriber. But let's talk about Fear the Walking Dead, because I actually really did enjoy this episode, and it was a John episode. And I think that's what I really like about this anthology type of storytelling. I thought I was going to have an issue with it, but it's really benefiting the show right now. And I can't believe how much it's benefiting the show. I'm not bored at all. And maybe it's because their cast was just too big, which is kind of hilarious because The Walking Dead definitely has a bigger cast. But maybe for Fear, it was just too big, and just having the downtime with these characters, you're just fleshing them out more, and it's a lot more exciting. Because John, I really liked that character in season 4, and then there's a certain point that season where I just didn't care, and then 5 I just did not care. But I'm starting to get those same feelings back of like, okay, this character's cool, and it's kind of like that with all of them. I really liked John and Althea in the beginning. I stopped liking them, but now I'm starting to like them both again. Last night's episode was about John. Basically, he's starting to come around this town and I guess Virginia a little bit, at least just, every day is kind of the same. And he's just, it's, I guess, comforting that at least he can live this life and do things that he's done before. And he's just kind of, he was writing that letter to June or whatever. The score in the opening minutes was just beautiful. I'm sure a lot of you guys have watched it. And yeah, and then they get right into it right away. And now is with this new character named Cameron, and it was his death. This is basically the plot of the episode, is who killed Cameron. And I guess not really why. They're just trying to solve who killed Cameron. And we still don't really know after watching the whole episode. We still don't really know, but I do have a few ideas. Unless they really implied it in the episode and I just missed it. But basically, I believe anyways that Janice was framed for sure. Because I mean, obviously. And I think it's because Virginia is protecting someone. I don't know who she's protecting. I do have a few ideas, and I do think it's probably Dakota. Could be someone else we don't know. It might be her. Probably not her. I'm thinking it's her little sister because it's someone, like Dakota is someone that we just met, and we don't know a lot about her. And I think she's someone that gets into a lot of trouble and does a lot of stupid things, and Virginia has to kind of keep bailing her out and keep protecting her and things like that. That's just kind of my theory on that right now. But Janice obviously got screwed over here, and John knows it too. And this is where a lot of the frustrations of being in this place start to come up, because he's trying to find the killer. I think he has an idea, and things are going in this direction. But Virginia, everyone already knows, and they're just protecting that person. So for John, it's pointless what he's doing. There's no point in going in the direction that he's going in. And then we get the scene where Janice does confess to doing it, which I thought was just very heartbreaking, because I do think, like what she said, she didn't have any family left. And that's something I think about so much too. It's like, it'd be so hard to live in a world where everyone you know is gone. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of pointless. It's just such a pointless, you could meet new people, but it's just going to be so different. All of it will be so different. You know what I mean? And I can totally understand that point of view for her. And you could say, oh, she had John. It's like, well, she's just being nice to John. She just started talking to him. It wasn't this close friendship that goes back years or anything like that. It's, you know what I mean? So I understand from her perspective why she didn't want to fight anymore, and she was kind of done, but it does just let Virginia get away with a lot of stuff. And I think that's just something that adds to, I guess, the Pioneers and just the story, and I guess how people are going to take her down. Strand, though, is an interesting character. I like what they're doing with him, because I like the character. I should say I like the character, but I don't like him. You know what I mean? Like, I love the character because this is what Strand is supposed to be doing. Strand is always looking out for himself. It's just as simple as that. But he's such a cool character that you just gotta like him, right? But he also does these things where he's looking out for himself. He's looking out for people like that, where, like, that's why John and him got into a fight. That was an awesome scene. I can't believe they actually fought. I wasn't expecting that. That's what I like about this show right now, is that they're turning characters against each other. They're creating all this character drama. There's just so much stuff happening in every episode. It's amazing. This is the kind of stuff that you need to be doing all the time. Our characters can't be like this happy family group and everyone gets along and tries to protect each other, because it's not always going to work out that way. The Walking Dead worked so well for years because everyone fought and turned on each other within their group. People had different ideas and beliefs. And as soon as they started to really come together and, believe in certain things, that's where things kind of got a little stale sometimes, because it's just not, I don't know, drama is fun. Seeing this here, seeing John fight Strand, it was fun. I like both characters, but, I understand both of their points of view. I guess I should have mentioned, because I totally skipped over that part, but Janice did obviously die. John found her body ripped in half, which is pretty crazy. The song was playing on that radio, and yeah, it was just sad. Tonight's episode was a perfect John episode. It felt like a short film. It's so hard to explain, but it really felt like this short film about a cowboy in the zombie apocalypse. And I guess, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain how good Fear is right now, but it is like every episode is like this film on something. And I saw the trailer for episode 5, I believe is what it is. And it looks so good. It looks really good. I'll have to do a video talking about it for sure. Like that trailer I have to talk about. If you notice, I haven't been talking about every trailer for each episode, because sometimes there's not a lot to talk about in it. But for this Sunday, I have to talk about it because there's a lot there. It looks really good. There's a lot of horror aspects and creepiness to it. So far, this is 4 episodes that are very solid. Oh, wait, I'm actually forgetting 2 things. I'm forgetting 1, John reunited with June. So that's awesome. We're going to see that. I think we're probably going to get a June standalone episode away from John still, because I'm pretty sure that June spends time with Luciana, and we haven't seen them yet. So I think episode 6 or 7 around there is probably going to focus on that. And then when she goes back to meet John, and then, yeah, it's going to build up to the mid-season finale. I mean, we're halfway to that point now. This is 4 episodes that were just amazing. We are building to something right now, and I'm excited to know what. Because of Morgan. Morgan is this connection throughout all of it in his search to find Gracie, and... Wait, is it Grace? I keep wanting to... No, Gracie's the little girl in Walking Dead. Grace. He is trying to take down Virginia. He is trying to save everybody, and he's just, he's doing it the best way that he can. He's being very smart about it. And that ending scene with those guys that crashed into him. And then afterwards, when he's holding the key and he's just like, what is this key for? Or whatever he said there. What do you open? Or something like that. I really do wonder. I'm thinking it's something to do with like nuclear power. That is really out there, I know. It might not even be nuclear power. It might just be something to do with some kind of energy or something like that. Some kind of weaponry or base, military base. I'm just trying to think in terms of, for Virginia, what is something that she wants? I know she likes a lot of resources, obviously. But I am really excited for the next few episodes. And overall, tonight's episode was, again, another great episode. I still preferred Threes over this one, but not by that much, honestly. When I look back at the last 4 episodes, they were all really good. The first one was a really great Morgan episode when he was going up against, I want to say Elijah, but I know it's not the right name. I think it's like, you guys can correct me down below, but you know, it was the bounty hunter. A great horror episode. That bounty hunter was like a horror villain. And then we got episode 2 with Alicia and Strand, and that was a really great episode because that showed Strand's, I guess, kind of downfall or turn on everyone. And now Alicia is far away, and I don't know when we're going to see her again. And then we got 3 with Dwight and Sherry, 4 tonight with this John episode. I'm a fan of Fear the Walking Dead right now. I really am. I wasn't expecting to like it this much and actually be excited for it every Sunday. I thought it was going to be a drag watching this, to be honest. I thought to finish off the rest of the month reviewing this was just going to be like, okay, I'll do it as long as I can, but if I get too bored, I'm not going to do it. Just because of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, I just really didn't like the season, and it just seemed like the show was trending in that direction. I was just waiting for The Walking Dead to come back, but you know what? I can wait on The Walking Dead right now. I really like Fear the Walking Dead. They're really building up this story right now, and now I actually care about the Pioneer or Virginia arc. I actually really care about Morgan and everyone else trying to take her down. It's actually fun and very interesting. Before I didn't care. I was like, who the hell is she? It just seemed like it didn't matter, but now it actually does matter. It's so much fun. And I can't wait to see Sherry with Dwight because apparently a lot of things are going to change now that she's back. So, and I think what they mean by change is that Dwight's going to change so much because he finally found Sherry, but maybe Sherry's not as great of a person as he remembers, or maybe she brings out a lot of bad stuff in Dwight. You know, that's very possible. So we'll have to wait and see because Sherry isn't the nicest or greatest person in the comic. If you guys are comic readers and you know the character of Sherry, she's not a nice person. she's not. And I can see how she definitely brings Dwight down a lot. I don't know if the show's going to do that, obviously, but we'll have to wait and see. Overall, I am really hyped. Last night's episode, was a great episode, and I really do recommend it. So post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.